So, okay, everybody back from coffee break. Come on, last effort, you can do it. Your company pays you well for listening, so be kind to our last speakers of this day and try not to sleep. Listen, bring your coffee with you and try to be awake. Proud to announce the last speakers of this day. First of them will be J L Moller, well known to everybody who had this fantastic EUAC through Denmark with one of the real freshwater aquariums in the more and more marine growing world of aquariums. So happy to have you here, Jürgen, and please have your presentation.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me? Yeah, you can. That's nice. And I have to speak loud and clear so you won't fall asleep. Yes, my name is J L Moller. I am manager and curator of the one and only Danish freshwater aquarium in Silkeborg, situated 50 kilometers north of here. We are changing a little bit of the subject today. It's also about management, but not management about the animals, but more about management of the aquarium as a business. The aquarium was built 20 years ago. I was actually there when we built it because I started working at this aquarium business at the Kattegat at the Aqua Aquarium, and then changed to Kattegat Center, and that's why I'm getting a little bit confused, because I stayed there for 18.5 years before I came back to Silkeborg 1 year ago. The aquarium is actually built with a purpose initially to make the otter, the European otter, known in Denmark. At the time, there was not many otters left, but now the population has increased to more than 2,000 specimens. So the mission has accomplished what we meant to do. We started out, as you can see here, with not many things inside the aquarium, not many exhibits. It was when the time was for black and white photos. We had nice touch tanks. We also had nice divers with a little more hair than now. But we still had this aquarium where the building is kind of built into 5 lakes, showing different types of Danish freshwater systems. As you can see here, big nice fish. No, not any sharks, but we also do have nice big fish. It's still like what it was 20 years ago. You can see the exterior, the plants are a little bigger, and we have more people working there now than we had 20 years ago. But if you see this curve, you can see we had some problems in 2010. We can take this one. 96, we had the premium high of more than 200,000 guests. But from that time, on next 14 years until 2010, it was just a decline in attendance. Just to give you a little perspective, I'll show you a map because one of the reasons that we see this picture with less and less attendance. This is Denmark, of course. We are situated right here at the moment around the D. The Aqua Aquarium is situated here in Silkeborg. And now I want to show you how many other aquariums we have in the area. This is aquariums in Denmark. You can see there's quite a lot of aquariums. And if you to that add the red dots, which are zoos, you can see we have a lot of competition. And above that, we also have all the summer, what you call them, Sommerland. Yeah, theme parks, yes, of course, like Legoland and Djurs Sommerland, Forup Sommerland. And they add a total of over 3 million visitors per year. So I think the market for aquariums and zoos are perhaps a little bit tired and has been that for many years. So, what happened in 2010 when we had the increase in visitors, as we have seen from approximately 25,000 guests? Well, if you see the pictures, not much happened because we didn't do that many things, except one thing. We changed the name from Aqua Freshwater Aquarium to Aqua Aquarium and Zoo. So I think that the name Freshwater Aquarium didn't catch as much as Aquarium and Zoo. And then, of course, we did little other things. We changed the focus, a new focus. We introduced some pet animals, very popular to the children. We got some cute animals, the raccoons. We made some nice areas outside. We expanded the area. We made some nice playgrounds. We made some themed playgrounds with water. This is a part of it where we take all the old types of water mills and old-time pumps and show how it works, and the children can play with it, and therefore they got interested. We also made this fun park where we had a lot of water. You can actually get wet there. That you won't do. You can't do that in a normal aquarium because you've got all the acrylics and all the glass. But here it's allowed to get wet. And of course, we had a lot of guests, visitors and guests. We also made a big success in making events. This is from last week when we had Count Dracula on visit. He's a mediator. He's the one getting in contact with the children. It's easier to get in contact with the children wearing that uniform than our customary uniform with aqua on the breast. He's connected, and the children just love him. We have many outreach programs. We have a lot of schools coming in. Some place around 12,000 students every year is visiting our center and going through the outreach programs. But this figure is to tell you a little bit about the difficulties that we're facing, because this is the blue one, if it's blue, is the number of visitors per month, the total number of visitors per month. And the red one is the total number of visitors per month coming in on an annual pass. You buy one pass in January, and you can come as many times as you want the rest of the year. And you can see it's a big fraction, and this is until September, and if I add this one, you will see the number 55%, which is the number of people returning on a pass, an annual pass. And this is of course good. You can have a lot of loyal customers. They'll come back and visit you again and again and again, but will they pay anything else than the annual pass the first time they're there? Do they buy things in the shop? Do they buy food, beverage? No, they don't. And that's one of the problems. We have made a lot of loyal customers. It's a lot of people from the local area buying these passes. And our reputation is getting better and better and better in Silkeborg and well, 50, 60 kilometers from Silkeborg, because we have the best playground in the area. So we're not the aquarium and zoo. Yes, there's animals. Yes, there's fish, and you can get wet. Also, if you try to touch the fish, but it's the playground. It's difficult. It's difficult because you have a lot of guests. We have success getting the guests in, but if you look at the economics, it's not good. So one of the things that we are going to do in the future is try to figure out how to get people to buy more, or how to perhaps get rid of all these discounts and annual passes, because we are in a way digging our own grave because people are returning and not buying. So this is one of our signs, and it could be a picture of where we're going, what are we going to do in the future. We're going to make more water fun. We're going to make the playground even better. Hopefully we can start making some sales of clothes when they get wet, I don't know. And we will make more focus on the events and on the edutainment part of it. And then we need a lot more better facilities, because when we have all these people coming in, we need more toilets. I think back in 96, when we had over 200,000 guests, I don't know what we did then at that time, because we have the same amount of toilets, but they're complaining now. So that we have to change. But also we're going to make a new exhibits, because we're still doing the traditional things. And the next year we're going to make an exhibition called River Gudenå. This is Danish, Denmark's longest river, starting just outside here and going all the way to Randers and out in the ocean there. Got a few impressions from that exhibit. It's in the early stages, but hopefully tomorrow I will get the funding, 3 million Danish kroners, plus the one that we got. It's 500,000 euros to do it. It's going to be a nice exhibit in our main building. We're also going to make plans for making an indoor water experimentarium where you can experiment with water even in the winter time, because if you come and wants to play with the water in the winter time, it's closed because it's too cold and we've got too much snow. So we got to try and make an indoor water experience in 2016. And then we have some more traditional exhibits that we're going to work on this year. We have Danish amphibians and reptiles. It's hugely overseen. In Denmark, we have a lot of nice amphibians. We do have some exhibit already, but it's mixed species, so it's difficult even for me to see the difference between the types of green frogs. So we want to show the Danish people that the amphibians and reptiles are not just tropical ones. We also do have some nice Danish ones. And then we're going to revive an exhibit about salmons and salmonids also next year. And then we plan in 2015 to make a nice exhibit about European eels, because they are close to extinction. And we need to talk their cause, and right now we're trying to raise the money for making this exhibit. That was quick, but you were late. Thank you. Any questions?
Very much. That was great, thanks very much. When you changed the name to Aquarium and Zoo, did you find any of the visitor satisfaction changed as well?
No.
So just the visitor numbers
I don't
went up?
think they registered it anyway. The name zoo was more because that we introduced a lot of mammals. We had the raccoons, we had the mink, we had different kinds of invasive species. In Denmark we also got wild boars, and people didn't realize that we had changed the name, no. So we didn't have any problems doing that.
Okay. And then when you put all those animals in, did you find the visitor satisfaction changed or not really?
Yes, the annual survey showed that the number of people being satisfied by especially the park outside was much better. Yes.
Very good, thank you.
Okay, more questions?
Okay, then I'll shut him down.
Oh, really? So you've been really wonderfully in time, and later on the bar we're talking about the famous water goat. How you managed to fit that into an aquarium.
Thank you.
Hey.